Mate, if you ain't getting this longer, then this one's for you.
Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to EME TV. As you can see by the title, we are here to talk about yes, how much money did I make in 2020 doing this sort of trading cars part-time. Now I've got 7 cars here that I traded. Why I've gone with 7 is that sorry, in the UK you're only allowed to trade 7 cars without paying tax. So you're allowed to buy and sell cars up to 7 cars without paying tax. So this is obviously applicable to everybody, hence why I picked the 7, so it's applicable to all. Anybody who wants to trade cars or do this as a side income, you can, up to 7. So let's get into it. So I've got a little spreadsheet here just telling me what cars I bought, how much I bought them for, when I bought them, when I sold them, and the profit that I made, which is essentially why we're all here. So, numero uno. Car number 1. The first car I ever bought was a Astra, and the first car I ever bought was indeed the first video after my intro video that I did on the channel, which was the Astra with a load of miles. I think it was 170 or 180 something. I can't remember particularly, I haven't got the mileage down here. But yeah, it was my first car I ever bought. I bought that car for £350. 350, cheap. Ran fine, had service history. The timing chain had been, is it timing chain or timing belt? I think it was timing chain had been changed about 40k miles before, so it was in good nick. But the person who was selling it just wanted to get rid of it, so I was in luck. Bought that car for £350. All I spent on that car was £26. What was that £26? That was the cost of the insurance, or like the short-term insurance, to get me home. And I just listed that car up for I believe it was £600, and I ended up selling it for £575. So I made a £250, I don't know why I'm trying to do it in my head. I made a literally no, but this is a profit. I made a 200 quid profit on that car, which was decent. It was my first one, and to be fair, I thought 200 quid was all right. When I first got going, I thought, yeah, 200 quid's fine. Obviously, as you go along, you know that you can make a lot more. But obviously, from these 7, I've realised that there is a lot more profit out there. Even if you want to do it part time, there are some grabs you can make. You can get on the market. Next car I bought after that, since I profited off of Astra, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So I went and bought another Astra, a 1.4 this time, 2005. That one was the one that I wasn't able to get on the channel. I believe I said that in a couple videos ago. But yeah, I bought that car for £450. And same thing, insurance for £26, got it home, and that car sold in a day, and I sold it for £650. So I made literally about £175 profit on the car at the time. As I said, I thought it was alright, I thought it was good. So what we at now? So that's 200 plus 175, so about 375 in 2 cars. Next car I bought was a horrific rusted Astra that I was going to do a project on. To be fair, once I got a method going, I bought an Astra, made profit, I just wanted to keep that going, so I bought another Astra. That Astra, unfortunately, didn't make me money. I bought a car that was, to be fair, not really. The clutch was quite high, the bodywork was a bit shady. You'd have to put a bit of money into that car to get out a bit of money. I didn't want to, at the start, I didn't want to put in a decent amount of money into any of the cars. I just wanted to buy a car, probably wash the inside and out and push it on. But if you want to make more profit, you would have to obviously either, you know, do a bit of body work, do a bit of mechanical work if it doesn't need it, and be able to obviously make that profit margin a bit bigger and a bit higher. So I bought a car for 400. I ended up paying £45 on the car. I believe that was insurance, plus the back door wasn't locking, so I got my mechanic to look at that, as well as the key, a battery for the key, because the key was dead. So I bought a new battery for that. All of that was about 45 quid. I ended up selling the car for 450 because I just wanted it gone out of my life. So I basically broke even. I made £5 on that. So 375 plus 5 is 380. And then the next car was a Fiat Punto Evo. This car I bought for £400. Decent car, 2010 plate, had 83,000 miles or something like that. It was a very good car. It ran fine. I was driving it for a week whilst I had it. Bought that for 400. And I told a story on the video about how I actually got that car. So if you want to check that out, go and watch it, I guess. But yes, I bought that car for £400. I obviously did the same thing with insurance. Got it here back to my car park, which was £28. It says here, and then I sold that car. I listed that car up for, I think it was £750 or £800, and then I lowered it to £700. Somebody came and bought it for £680. So I made £250 profit on that car, which was a heck of a profit for me at the time. I was buzzing because I thought I was going to make about 300, but I took the 250, which was all right. Then we got that Honda CRV that I bought, the one with no door handle. They never die. They never ever die. But I bought that for £350. Did no work to it. Didn't even buy a door handle. Sold it for £450. Just made a quick £100. And the reason I took the £450 was because that car sat here for about a month and a half. And why that is because when people with certain cars, you have to find a certain individual that is looking for that exact car at that moment in time. Not a lot of people are looking for a 2002, 2003 Honda CR-V, are they? So that's the mistake I made. When you say mistake, I mean I basically not dumped a load of money. I bought it for £350 and I sold it for £450. I waited a month. Is that worth it? Probably not. I wouldn't do it again. But when you're starting out, you try things, you learn from things. We all make. It wasn't really mistakes. At the end of the day, it resulted in a positive outcome. But each to their own. So yeah, I bought that. Made £100 on that, which was, decent. Then I bought a Renault Clio. This Renault Clio never made it on my channel, but one day I was on Facebook Marketplace, like I do basically most days. I mean, 7 out of the 7 days in a week I'm on Facebook Marketplace looking for cars. I bought a Renault Clio. This Renault Clio had come on for about, I think, very early on. Like I say, I saw a bargain. I literally told the guy, look, I'm able to come now. And I went there. He was looking for about 700 quid. Well, no, he was looking for 650 quid. I don't know how, but I managed to get the car for 500 quid. This car was a 2008 reg, like the one that I did the previous video on. It was a darker colour, but it had 80 something thousand miles and it was decent. So I bought it for £500. And then the next day, I put the car up for £1,000 and I sold it on that day for £1,000. That car went in one day for £1,000. So I made 500 quid in that car. That's when I was like, yeah, you start learning that there's a lot more profit to be made than I thought there was. And as you do things more and more, you become more experienced and more knowledgeable on certain things. Cars definitely I've become more knowledgeable on, especially reading up on it every single day and seeing what best practices are and what are best to do and how to keep your customers happy, because you can't please everybody. But yeah, that was a nice juicy 500 quid profit I made off that. Then the next one was a Ford Fiesta. That battered Ford Fiesta that I did a video on, 1.2 2006 reg. Bodywork was awful. Now that Ford Fiesta I bought for £275, like I said on the video. Was it 200 and something? I think I've got it £275. But yeah, £275. That sold for 480. So I made, near enough 200 quid as well on that car. It says here 184. So I believe I probably had a couple things that I had to do. Yeah, insurance and maybe one or two things to just. I didn't do any of the bodywork. How the car is on that video is the way that I sold it. No more, no less. Apart from probably a clean or something. Clean the inside, clean the outside, clean the engine bay. Yeah, so if we total all those cars up, the total profit off those 7 cars was £1,404 exactly. I might have said some figures wrong, not wrong, but where I say I made 200 or 250 and it might have been 199 or 252, which are the exact figures that I've got here. So yeah, all in all the profit was £1,400. Is that good? Is that bad? Let me know in the comments, guys. But anybody who's obviously starting trading, wants to do it sort of part-time and wants to just make a bit of income on the side, I think it's good. Depending on what you guys want to do, what cars you want to get into, let me know down below as well. Do you guys think that the way I approached it and the way I did it was positive, negative? Do you think I could have done things better? Do you think I could have made more profit on certain cars? Because obviously you've seen some of the cars in the videos. So give me feedback, constructive feedback, constructive criticism is always welcome on this channel. Maybe some people are thinking out there like, oh yeah, you're just selling dodgy cars to people, this, that and the other. All the cars I get checked by my mechanic. Why I do that is because if you've seen in a video that I made about my Peugeot, I've been conned, so I'm not trying to con anybody else, especially for low, cheap cars under £1,000. Anyway guys, thanks all for watching, thanks all for tuning in. Click like on the video if you enjoyed this content. Also consider subscribing, it does the channel a world of good. And is there anything? Yeah, follow me on Instagram, EME_TV, to see whatever crap and whatever stuff that I talk on there. But without further ado, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Mate, if you ain't getting this wonga, then this one's for you.